The Queen of Sheba is one of the most fascinating figures in the Bible, and her story continues to capture the imagination of people around the world. She was a powerful and wealthy queen who ruled a kingdom far away from Israel, most likely in the region of modern-day Ethiopia or Yemen. Her people admired her for many reasons, her beauty and wealth, but also for her intelligence and wisdom. She had heard many stories about a man named King Solomon, the son of David, who ruled Israel with extraordinary wisdom given by God. Rumors of Solomon's great wealth, his impressive kingdom, and especially his unmatched wisdom reached all the way to Sheba. The queen was curious and wanted to see for herself if the stories were true. She prepared for a long journey with her servants, camels, and a caravan filled with gifts of gold, precious stones, and spices. The trip would have taken weeks or even months, crossing deserts and dangerous roads, but the queen believed it was worth the effort. This already tells us something about her. She valued wisdom so much that she was willing to make a costly and risky journey just to learn more. When she finally arrived in Jerusalem, she was welcomed with honor. Solomon's palace, the beauty of the city, and the temple of the Lord amazed her, but she wanted to test him with her very own questions. The queen presented Solomon with difficult riddles, deep puzzles, and matters of life that were hard to solve. She wanted to know if his wisdom truly came from God or if he was just a clever man with good advisors. To her surprise, Solomon answered every question with clarity and insight. Nothing was too difficult for him. The wisdom he shared was far greater than what she had expected. As the queen walked through his palace, she noticed not only the beauty of the decorations, but also the order, discipline, and joy of the servants. She observed the way food was served, the way people worked, and how everyone carried themselves with dignity. Even the way they worshipped God in the temple left her speechless. The queen finally admitted to Solomon that everything she had heard in her own land was true, but what she saw with her own eyes was even greater. She confessed that she had not believed the reports at first, but now she knew the Lord had blessed Solomon and his people in ways that words could not fully describe. She praised the God of Israel for giving them such a wise king, and she gave Solomon the great gifts she had brought on her journey. In return, Solomon gave her whatever she desired, along with generous treasures of his own. This story is powerful because it shows us that true wisdom cannot be hidden. The queen came from far away, searching for truth, and when she found it, she humbled herself to acknowledge God's hand in Solomon's life. She represents those who are seeking answers, searching for meaning, and willing to go the distance to discover the truth. Her story reminds us that wisdom is more precious than gold or riches, and that when we find it, it changes the way we see the world. For beginner Bible readers, the story of the Queen of Sheba is also a reminder that the God of Israel was not just a God for one nation. His wisdom and power attracted people from all over the world. Her visit was a glimpse of the bigger plan God had that all nations would one day come to know him. In fact, Jesus had later referred to the Queen of Sheba in the New Testament, saying that she traveled from the ends of the earth to hear Solomon's wisdom, and yet something greater than Solomon was standing among the people, referring to himself. This connects her story to the larger story of God's plan of salvation. The Queen of Sheba teaches us the importance of seeking truth with an open heart. She could have stayed in her own land, satisfied with her riches and her own power, but she chose to humble herself and learn from another. That humility is part of what made her truly wise. Her story challenges us to ask, are we willing to seek wisdom, even if it means admitting we don't know everything? Are we willing to go the distance, to listen, and to recognize God's hand at work? As we reflect on this story, we can see that it is more than just history, it is an invitation. It calls us to value wisdom over wealth, truth over pride, and God's ways over our own. Like the Queen of Sheba, we all have questions and sometimes doubts, but when we bring those questions before God with sincerity, He will meet us with all of the answers that go beyond our expectations. Thank you for watching, and may the story of the Queen of Sheba inspire you to keep seeking truth, wisdom, and the presence of God in your own life.